So yes, this does bring us to the end of our global seminar, and for many of our members, also 3 days of very successful committee meetings. So from our side, thank you for what I think was a very fitting 25th birthday present. I hope you found this year's global seminar as interesting as I did. These discussions will certainly form a very useful input into our strategic planning cycle for the next year, which will kick off over the winter, by which I mean the Argentinian winter, so in the next couple of months. And as I mentioned in my welcoming remarks, we wanted to refresh this year's global seminar to enhance our exchange of views. I'm happy to say we've received very positive feedback on the stakeholder-led panels and also the open mic approach to the EXCO dialogue, and we will be looking to build on this in the years to come. So perhaps reflecting on the last couple of days, a couple of key messages, key thoughts. Firstly, we cannot deliver as an association without the contributions of you, our stakeholders. So I'm delighted to say that for this year's global seminar we had over 300 attendees, which is really good, with a pretty even split between our own members, but also stakeholders from trade associations, insurers, regulators, consumer groups, and academia. And Bernie, we are going to increase the consumer representation going forward. Secondly, I believe the good outcomes from our productive committee meetings earlier in the week were reflected in clear messages in our global seminar, particularly on our major projects, ICS, ComFrame, Holistic Framework. I believe you also heard a very consistent message from all of our members, particularly around what we expect for the monitoring period of the ICS, what is intended, what is not intended by that. And between now and November, we will continue to refine that messaging, but also focus on finalizing the design issues for ICS version 2.0, as well as finalizing our plan for developing and implementing comparability criteria with the ICS. Thirdly, I referred in my opening remarks to the need for collective action now to deal with future challenges and opportunities in what is a rapidly changing insurance landscape. So it was very good to hear how we are already making advances. For example, the progress made on climate-related financial disclosures. And finally, on the event of our 25th anniversary, I was very pleased to be able to publish our strategic plan for the next 5 years, and that it received such positive support in our audience polling yesterday. It is a watershed moment, in a way, for our association as we move towards finalizing these post-crisis reforms and pivot to what I really think is a hugely exciting new agenda, one in which insurance is being transformed by technology, and one in which insurance is at the forefront of really pressing societal challenges. But before we adjourn, I would like to emphasize that events such as this global seminar can only happen with the dedication and the commitment and the hard work of our member organization hosts. Therefore, I would like to particularly thank our host Juan Pazo, Guillermo, and the whole team, Camilla, Malena, Natalia, Josefina, Augustina, Maggie, Julieta, real women power, for really organizing such a fantastic event, and the really warm hospitality. So thank you, Juan. And also a very big thank you to those behind the scenes in the Secretariat, in the Secretariat events team. You met Connor on a number of occasions, but really those doing the hard work behind the scenes, Sylvie, who does fantastic work every time, and now Marika, our manager for our stakeholder events, who this is her first global seminar, a really good job. So thank you, Marika. So that's it. Next time we will gather in Abu Dhabi in November, where we will convene for our 26th annual conference. The theme will be supervision in a digital era, which, as we just heard, is a very topical issue. Plus, of course, we will gather for the celebration of the adoption of ICS, ComFrame, and the holistic framework. So safe travels to each of you. See you in Abu Dhabi. Gracias and hasta luego.